good. We good? Is it happening? Hey, okay, alright, okay. Hello everyone, welcome. First of all, first things first. Oh, it's going to show you a video of me throwing a stick down. First things first, sorry about the audio last week. It doubled up for some reason. That was not your fault, that was something going on at my end. Not sure what that was. But hopefully it's fixed for this week and hopefully it sounds very normal and there's no doubling up. It doesn't sound like there's two of me, there's just one of me. Alright, so today we've got a double circuit. We tried this before. We've got cardio circuit first and then we've got core circuit second. So as we do normally, we're going to get into a warm up, get nice and warm, and then we'll get into the meat of the work. Alright, so nice and simple. We're going to start with some high knees. And go. Just bouncing off the balls of my feet. Jump, 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 jump. Keep it going, keep it going. Let's get that heart rate up. Get heel flicks now. The middle. Nice and tall. Bouncing off the balls of the feet still, kick up to the back. Bit longer. Cool. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. So dynamic stuff. We're gonna start off with a twist lunge. So nice and tall. Reach forwards. Twist round. Do 5 each side. So twisting over the leg that comes forwards, keeping my hip parallel with the screen, and twisting my shoulders perpendicular. Just want to stretch the hip flexor down here. There we go. Down we go, round we go. Good, 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 good. Twist again. Nice strong twist. Starting to open those hips up. A little bit windy here today. Alright. Big lunges as well. Make sure we're lunging really far into it. 10. Okay, now hip openers. So, press up position, foot comes outside. We go for the walk round option today, so I'm going to walk my hands. One hand walk, left hand, left knee. And let my hips sink. I'm pushing the left hand out. Back leg is remaining straight. Imagining like there's a weight on my hips, it's pushing me down into the floor. Good. I'm going to change sides. One hand walk, one. There we go. Hips get lower, sinking down. Just imagining, see to relax as much as I can, let the hips sink through to the floor, back leg stays straight, front leg is not moving at all. Just pushing it out slightly to create a stretch in here in the groin. Cool. Come up. I'm going to squat to stand, so 10 of these. Down, grab the ankles, knees go outside, hips come through, one hand, that's 1, doing 10. Keep those legs straight as you come down, back straight as much as you can, sit down, hips come through, hands above the head, then stand and push through the heels. Up, 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 up. Almost there. So believe it or not, this is number 8. I feel like I say it every week. This is 2 months of me jumping around in my back garden and every now and then my living room. One more. Hopefully everyone caught the email I sent around. There has been an update after the government's update on rowing. LYR put a statement on their website. You can find the link in the Instagram bio. Go for some arm swings just to finish off. So I'm going to start big arm swings, both arms going the same way. Forwards or backwards doesn't matter. Now we're going to start smaller. So we're going to have a sort of a beach ball size with our fingers. I'm drawing the shape with my index finger. Okay, football sized. Rugby ball sized. It's not quite a circle though, so I'm going to look like I'm trying to take off here. Tennis ball sized. Let's see if we can keep the speed up. Golf ball size. Oh, draw it with my finger. Back out to tennis balls. Back out to rugby balls. Or trying to create an egg shape with my hands. Footballs, so circles. Beach balls. And then full swings. Then alternate directions if you can. Okay, down. Alright, nice and simple on the static stuff. Need a wall or a bike shed will do. One leg back, leaning into it, stretching our calf, leaning the hips forwards, leg being stretched as the back one here. Driving that heel into the floor, so my heel's going into the floor. Pushing, 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 and just push for a few more seconds. Rocking the hips forwards, getting more stretch in the leg. Rock. Change legs. Again, back leg has been stretched, nice and straight. Push, 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 pushing through the heel, into the floor. Done. Alright. My favourite stretch for the time being. Leg out in front. If you want, you can do this standing with your heel on a chair or a bench, but I think it's better this way around. I'm just pushing through the floor, creating a stretch in my hamstring here. Keeping my upper body as straight as I can and rocking forwards to create the stretch. Okay, I'm going to change legs. Other way. Okay. So I'm going to use my core to stay stable here. If you've got a wall to hold onto, you can use the wall. I keep my back straight as I lean towards the front foot. That's creating the stretch. Oh, he says. And I'm just going to bring the toes towards me just to finish this stretch off. Get a little bit more stretch in the left hamstring. So toes are coming towards me. Okay. Going to rock, stay kneeling. Going to rock into a hip flexor stretch. So stretching here, knee above ankle. Torso is nice and tall, pulling up through the front, rocking the pelvis under us. All the things we talked about previously, driving the heels into the back of the, driving the hips into the back of the heel, diagonally down. There we go. Push a little bit further into it, so just try and push the hips a bit further. They might not go, that's fine. Small movements here in the stretch. And we're going to change. Don't need a huge gap between the knee and the front leg, just enough to make a 90-degree here with the knee above the ankle. And you shouldn't be having this knee track in front of the toe like this. I've just totally disengaged my hips here. I need to be pulling up through the hip and rotating the hip on the pelvis underneath me to get the tension here. Knee above ankle, and the knee should not be in front of the toe. Back leg should be pretty close to straight. Drawing up through the core. Just going to try and get as straight as I can on this front edge. That's going to really give a good stretch for the hip flexor. Okay, and relax. Going to jump into the pigeon stretch. So I need my front leg flat on the floor, like so. Oh, I'm like cut off the screen. I'll transfer the other way for you guys. Okay, my front foot is on the floor. I'm basically lying on top of it. This is a stretch for the glute, and what's being stretched is here. I know I'm wearing black shorts, so it's quite hard to see, but get the idea. And basically I'm using my hands to modulate how far down. If I was really flexible, then you won't be able to see light between my legs. You can, because I'm not that flexible. I'm just using my arms to lower myself further into the stretch. Relax them a little bit, get further in. Trying to keep my torso above me for the time being. If I want to advance, I can move onto my forearms and I can try and lie down on the leg. And again, I'm using my forearms here to modulate how far my torso comes. The further it down it goes, the harder it is. Okay, I'm going to change. I'll do it front ways so you can see. I'm doing the right leg now. There we go. Okay, so you can see leg is perpendicular-ish, as close as I can get it. Using my arms to keep me from going too deep into the stretch and pushing myself too far. My back leg is as straight as it can be. I can just advance. I go down with my forearms here. You can't see them, but they're there. They've not gone anywhere. And there we go. Nice big stretch. If you want more, you can lower the torso. I would do, but I'll go off camera if I do that. There we go. A bit further, and fantastic. Oh, okay, alrighty. We'll call that for the warm-up. Fantastic news. It's time to make sure your space is nice and clear. We're going to be doing some cardio today, so a little bit of jumping for these for this first one. So make sure you've got a space that's nice and clear, like this one here. There's nothing that I can seemingly touch in either direction. Grab your water bottle. Got mine. This will come important later, actually. I'm going to try and use it as equipment. We'll see how that goes. So, a little tip there if you want to make it a bit easier later on. Drink a lot of water in the first part. Okay, so cardio, super simple. It should be on the screen. This side, sorry, it's confusing. It's the opposite side for me. You should be able to see it. I keep cutting my head off on the screen. I'll kick the camera up a little bit. So you should be able to see it. These should all be very similar exercises. We're going to do it for reps. We spent the past few weeks doing a lot of stuff for time, so reps today. If you want a challenge, you can see how quickly you can get through everything. For the exercises that are single leg or individual leg, we are going to do 5 of them each. Okay, so for sprinters lunges, or I don't know why I've used sprinters lunges, they're just split squat screamers, lunge step ups, skater hops, and that'll be it. We'll use 5 per leg, just to keep it nice and sharp. You can just about see you on the screen, so it's getting a bit dark. So hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it will make sense very shortly. We're going to start off. It's 10 of everything, unless I say otherwise. If you're a bit lost, I will explain. Just going to sip my water before we get going. So we're going to start off jumping jacks. So hands by your side, feet shoulder width apart, and we'll go. 1. That's 5. And now we're going to go into sprinters lunges. These are split squat screamers, we sometimes call them. That's halfway. 10. All right. Lunge step ups. So we go into a lunge, come through, up, back down. Do 5 each side here. Making sure that really primarily the work is being done by the left leg. 1 more. Change sides. Ooh, stability. He says as he almost falls over. I'm saying these things more for my benefit, to be honest, I think, at the moment. Five. Now skater hop, so how am I going to do this? Okay. Well, then the cat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to the centre. Mountain climbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. There we go. That was 1 time through. I've changed my mind. I'm going to make all the single leg exercises 10 reps of each leg. That was a little bit too quick. And the skater hops, which is one of the exercise I was excited for, was over far too quickly. Alright. Hopefully that makes sense, everyone. Hopefully it's clear. Have a little break. Take on some water. 2 more of these, but like I just said, we'll make it 10 of everything. So 10 split squat screamers or sprinters lunges. I've called them sprinters lunges for some reason this week. 10 of the lunge step ups, 10 skater hops, 10 mountain climbers, each leg that is. Alright. So, let my breath come down a little bit here. Okay, ready for the next one? Okay, jumping jacks. In the middle. And go. 2. 9. 10. Alright, sprinters lunges. So we're doing 20 technically here. 9. Halfway. 1 step ups. Back here. Through. I've started on the same leg as last time. Not want to change legs. Just thinking about my breathing. Seven. 9. Hopefully, most of you have better balance than me. Fingers crossed anyway. 2. 'Aim of this circuit, keep the heart rate nice and high. 10. Scale hop, so start over here. So I'm doing technically 20. There. Mountain climbers, 20 of these. And high knees, 10. Done. Whoa. Okay, nice little pulse raiser here, get the heart rate right up. Take a minute again. Consume some water. I'll try not to walk off camera. Something. Oh. Oh. So yeah, I was mentioning briefly a statement on the LYR website about rowing. It's available in the description of our Instagram bio. Effectively, what the government said, it's pretty hard for us to go rowing. We could, in theory, socially distance and row, but at the moment we couldn't really affect the safety or any sort of rescue of a junior if something went wrong without breaching social distancing, which is not what we're trying to do here. So until the government changes advice or there's a slackening in what they're recommending, we're gonna stick to working from home. Stick to doing these on a Thursday. There is more detail in the LYR statement. I'm just trying to cover it in the recipe up here. Okay, back into it. In the middle, jumping jacks. Ten. Okay. Split squats, or sprinters lunges, as I like to change the name for some reason. That's 5. $19, 20, scale hops. Okay, if you want to make these harder, cross your leg behind. He says as he almost falls over. And get into more of a T shape if you can. Higher back leg. $20. Okay, mountain climbers. Halfway, 10. 20. High knees, 10. Hey, made it. 3 by 10. Whoa. Oh, so expecting most of you to have finished before that. I was a bit slow there. Take a minute. Getting some core work. 4 exercises today. Body lowers, leg lowers, plank rotations, and plank rearrangements. For this, you'll need a water bottle. You need the water bottle for plank rearrangements, so have it close to you within arm's reach once we start the core circuit. I'm doing what I told you, trying to drink as much of it as possible, because it is going to be our weight of sorts for plank rearrangements. Just let my heart rate come under control. Probably a poor idea to sit down, I should have stood up. Here we are. Okay. Alright, so I'll go side on for you guys today. We've got body lowers, leg lowers, plank rotations, and plank rearrangements. So for this, plank rotations are 5 each side. Or is this going to make it confusing? No, it can be 5 each side. And plank rearrangements are just 10 rearrangements. So you'll see what that means in a second when we get into it. It should be pretty clear. But yeah, just 10 rearrangements. So, wall ball's close. I'm going to close it so I don't spill any. I'm going to start with body lowers. So, legs out in front of me. I'm just going to put my hands up in the air. I'm going to let myself down slowly as the sun goes into my eyes. Back up. That was 1. We are doing 10. Okay. The sun is right in my face. Hopefully the video is doing okay. You can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, it's not too bad. 7. Just trying to use my core to stop me from falling down so quickly. Here's 10. Okay, from here on the floor, we're into leg lowers already. My hands are below my bum. It's a bit cheating, but I'll do it. If you want the harder version, just put your hands by your side. 10 of these. That's 10. All right. Next to a planks. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to forearm plank here and take it, rotate round. That's 1. Doing 5 each side here. I've gone for a slightly wider stance on my feet. They've disappeared off the screen, so you can't see that. Halfway. Ten. Okay. Water bottle. In front. Plank. Pick it up. Put it to the right. Pick it up. Put it to the left. I'm using the opposite hand to pick it up. Oh. Oh, 10. Oh, that was something. Okay, so that was too hard for you at the end, which it was for me. Drink a little bit more water. Okay, take a minute, we'll get back into it. I'll try my best not to disappear from shot every single time. Oh. Okay, a few more seconds. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, so this is the fun part, core part. Oh, okay, so I keep moving around because I'm trying to avoid the giant dust bowl that is becoming the back garden here. All right, there we go, hopefully you can see me, I'm in shot. So going body lowers now, 10 of these. Keep that water bottle close, keep the water bottle close. Sorry, legs should be straight, my bad. Big thing for me is to remember to breathe during these exercises. So, breathing in on the way down, breathing out on the way up. 7. That's 9. One more. Lower down, and then we're into leg lowers. Again, for me, hands underneath my bum is easier. Okay, plank rotations this way. So plank 1, slightly side 2, push through, close it, wall ball plank. If I can balance it. So 1, 2. Oh. 4. Oh. Oh gosh, that is really challenging. Oh, terrible plank. Okay, cool. Break. One more coming up. Oh. Hopefully that's a bit more in shot that time. Alrighty. Alrighty. One more. Plank rotations are really quite something. Okay. I'm drinking some more water to make that last bit a little bit easier. That should do. The only thing is now it's slightly harder to stand up, falls over more. It might make it harder. I mean, that's water, but oh well. We're here. We are here. So, you ready? 40 lowers. In shot. I am in shot. Lovely. Okay, we're up tall. Ready to go. Go. This is the last set of the day as well. Oh, 5. It's halfway through. One more. Oh, 10. Okay, leg lowers. That's right. Okay. 1, 3, 4, 5 straight legs. Point the toes if you want to. 9 and 10. Okay. Alright, roll around. Into the plank part of the workout now. 5 rotations. Okay, need a wall ball. Plank rearrangements going on now. Oh. Four. 8. 9. 10. Oh my gosh. Okay. Those are hard. Alright everyone, we survived. If you didn't cheat and drink all your water halfway through, have a seat, have some water. We're getting some stretching to finish off. Alright. do a terrible job steering your shot today. So, here it is. Start nice and simple with our stretching today. Get the breath back. We'll be into the stretching. So, on the floor, knees at 90 degrees, like so. Put one leg up in the air. Off it goes. Brilliant. So, okay. Just bringing the toes towards me. Hips are in contact, or hips and pelvis are in contact with the floor. Bring the toes. Doing the stretch. Trying to get my toes as if I'm trying to curl them towards my face. I'm bringing the left leg towards me. Okay, I'll change. Yep, bring those toes towards you. Try to keep the leg as straight as you can. Keep going. A few more seconds. Roll down. Cross over. Stay on the floor for a little bit. Pull the whole lot towards you. There we go. Brilliant. This is a stretch of the glutes. Another stretch of the glutes. Getting very flexible hips. So, I'm going to answer some questions. You might be thinking, we do a lot of stretching. It seems like quite a lot of stretching. It really is, but at the same time, it's a really good time, a really good opportunity for us to get more flexible. A more flexible athlete is a more robust athlete, less likely to get injured. So you really want to maintain good flexibility, even when you're doing stuff like circuits or running. This is very good for injury prevention. And it gives you more flexibility, will give you a bigger range of motion in the joints. So it's easier for you to achieve positions that are required, like squat positions, or in actual rowing. The catch position is a very bunched up, very tight position. We focus on the hips a lot, you might have noticed, because rowing is a hip dominant sport. So that is to say that the power and everything comes from the hips. Can you see me? I'm sort of hidden here, aren't I? Everything, power generation, etc., comes from the hips, and a lot of the power is coming from when the hips open and the hips hinge. So we need strong muscles and flexible muscles going into the hips, which is also why we have such leg dominant circuits. Probably trying to bore this stuff a little bit. All right, we're going to continue our theme of lying on the floor here. It's that sort of day, having that sort of day. Nice straight legs. Just driving my hips forwards here, trying to get a straight line. If I'm really good about it and I really rotate the pelvis underneath me, I can get a nice stretch going on in my hip flexor as well as my quad. So quad is obviously the muscle right down the front of the thigh, and the hip flexor a little bit further up. Goes from the top of the thigh into the stomach, sort of. Or into the core. Okay, now you can just roll over to continue the stretch, but so I can be seen on camera, I'm going to spin around completely and then cut my head off in the instructions. Great. More fantastic framing from Tom today. Alright, you don't need to see my face, we're stretching our legs. So I've got a nice straight leg down here. Okay. Stretch, 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 hip, pelvis comes forwards. There we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Alright, we roll around onto my fronts. Okay, I'm going to go into a Cobra Pose. So I've got my forearms currently on the ground, my hips are in contact with the ground, I'm just pushing through my elbows effectively. My neck is nice and in line with my spine, so I'm looking up, not down, looking up. Just pushing forwards, keeping my hips in contact. If I can feel, I'm trying to feel a stretch through my core, through my stomach basically. If I want a bit more of a stretch, I can push with my arms, but I have to keep my hips in contact with the floor. So I've got a slight bend in my arms now just to keep the contact. and down. All right, just going to stretch your upper back a little bit while I'm on the floor. Trying to sit on my heels here. Okay, walk around. So I should be stretching through this arm here and push, pull, 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 pull. Sorry, not push, pull. Okay, all right. We're going to call it there, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today. And again, on the Instagram account, there is a statement from LYR about rowing and coronavirus and all those sort of things. Hopefully, it should answer some questions that people might have. If not, you can contact me and we can talk about them in email. But thank you very much for joining today, and I look forward to seeing you all next week.